Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Christina and yes, I am a bookworm. So today's video is going to be a book haul, which I haven't done a book haul in a very long time. So I'm excited to share with you guys the books that I've acquired these past couple months. However, it's not the books that I've accumulated like throughout this past year, because honestly that video would be very long if I did share with you guys every book that I've picked up throughout this year. And then also I wouldn't remember exactly what books I've shared in like vlogs before I went on like that little 7-month hiatus due to school and work. So I'm just gonna share with you guys the books that I've picked up recently, like very most recently picked up in like the past couple months. So it's still a little bit, I mean it's still a lot but hopefully you guys will enjoy the books that I'll be sharing with you guys. Also, if you're new here and this is your first like book haul from me, I typically don't ever read the synopsis in the back of the books. If I am drawn to a book, it's either by recommendation from another booktuber that I watch, or it sparks my interest whenever I'm there at the store, and like the blurbs are usually the only things that I read when it comes to the books, because I don't like to spoil myself through the synopsis. So I stay away from reading the synopsis. So if you're wanting like a little snippet, a little summary of the book, you're not gonna get that here. I'm pretty much just gonna tell you the book that I picked up, why I picked it up, or like, you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna go ahead and jump into today's video. If my camera seems a little shaky, my cat keeps rubbing up against it, so I apologize for that. Also, if you hear like some little loud noise in the background, it's probably my AC kicking on or my ice maker making ice, because they're both loud. So hopefully those are like the only loud noises that you hear. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the book haul. So I'm going to start with the first books that I have here on my chair, because I have quite a bit. I have some in this Barnes & Noble bag. This is the bag that I got, the free tote bag that I got for the membership. My membership was already time to renew, so they were like, hey, it's time for you to get your new tote bag. So this is the color that I went with. There was options between black, gray, and this color. I already have a black one, so I went ahead and went with this color because I feel like this color was just screaming to me. It was telling me to pick this one, so I got it. I have books in here, and I have books in here, and then I have a few here on my reading chair. So I'm just gonna start with the reading chair first. The first book I'm gonna be sharing with you guys is Magnolia Parks by Jessica Hastings. So I am actually reading this book at the moment. I picked this book up because of another booktuber that I watch here, that I watch religiously here. She was talking about it, she enjoyed it a lot, and her like brief review on it made me want to pick it up and read it and give it a go. So that's what I did. I picked it up. Although her cover is different than mine, I think these are like the new covers that they have with this particular series. I know it's like, I think it's a series, or like each book are standalones but somehow like combined together, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I picked this up based on her recommendation. Oh, and the booktuber that I'm talking about is Carla Espinosa. I'll leave her channel down below if you like to go watch her. I love watching her videos. They're very short, but they're so aesthetically pleasing, and I love them so much. So she's become one of my favorite booktubers to watch, along with others. But yeah, she's a comfort. I don't know why I'm jumping into it, but she's the reason why I picked this book up. So love that, and can't wait to continue the read. The next book I decided to pick up was also based on another booktuber, and this one was from Miss Olivia on Olivia Reads a Latte, and that is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I picked book one up. She said it was giving like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder slash something else, but she had me at A Good Girl's Guide to Murder because I actually loved that series so much. My friend hosts a book club on Facebook, and she chose that as our read, our very first read for that book club, and we devoured all 3 books. It was just amazing. I know that series is like on and off with the book community, but however, we very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it. So I would love to read like more books that are like somewhat similar. So she did mention that this one was something like that. So I can't wait to jump into that. So that's basically the reason why I picked it up, because she said it was giving a good girl's guide to murder. And I think she binged the entire series, Miss Olivia did. So I'm like, you know what, I'm sold. So I went to go pick it up. The next book I'm going to be sharing with you guys is actually no surprise if you've been here for a while. You know that I absolutely adore this author. I even have like a dedicated shelf for this particular author, and that book is the third book in the Crescent City. So this one is House of Flame and Shadow. I have not read this one yet. I'm actually working my way through Throne of Glass series before I jump into this one. So I'm a little late on the Throne of Glass series. I actually jumped into the ACOTAR series and then this one while also like dipping into the Throne of Glass. I really didn't have like the intentions to read Throne of Glass, and then I started it and then I absolutely loved it. I just don't like that the series is fucking big. Like, come on now. It is a big series, and as each book continues, like they get thicker. So yeah, I haven't read this one yet, but I'm so excited to read it. I did hear though from somebody that it was disappointing, and that makes me so sad because I hope it's not disappointing just by how the second book ended. Like, I'm like, no, I've been waiting for this. So please don't let me down, because the other ones haven't. They really haven't. I've really been enjoying these. Even though they're thick as hell, I've really been enjoying the Crescent City series. So I picked it up. As soon as it dropped, I was at the stores snatching it up before they disappeared. So I'm going to move on to the Barnes & Noble bag. The first book I am going to be sharing with you guys is My Dark Vanessa by Katie Elizabeth Russell. This was part of the buy one get one half off. This was also another recommendation from another booktuber. Believe it was Haley and Bookland. She did talk about this book. And basically I also read like one of the blurbs on this book, and it's definitely something that I'm very intrigued about. It's giving crazy, it's giving like what the heck. So I can kind of give you a brief little something on this one. It's basically about a student who is groomed by her professor and falls in love, and you know what happens pretty much when a situation like that comes about. So that's why I wanted to pick this up. It sounded very interesting, very like what the heck is going on here. So that's why I got it, and I can't wait to read it. So yeah. The next book I picked up was Please See Us by Caitlin Moline. And it's another buy one get one half off. And this one was actually the Barnes & Noble monthly pick. So yeah, I want to say this one is based on like women gone missing, cold cases, I think. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't really read the synopsis, only like blurbs and stuff. But it sounded interesting enough, so I picked it up. And then also it was part of the buy one get one half off, and they had it displayed very nicely, advertised very nicely in stores. So I had sorry, my camera's moving everywhere. I'm sorry. My cat thinks it's hilarious, I guess, or just wants all the attention in the world. But anyways, yeah, they had it displayed really nice, and it just caught my attention, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I haven't read very many like picks like this, the Barnes & Noble picks, so I decided to pick it up. The next book I picked up, I picked this book up because I've been wanting to read a book from this author, so I decided to just grab something that looked interesting and kind of, you know, seemed interesting is basically the same thing. But yeah, that is Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell. Never read anything by this author, but I've been wanting to read something from this author for a very long time. I just never really thought what to read by this author, so I just, you know, looked at their variety of what they had at Barnes & Nobles, and I snatched this one up because it just looked interesting to me. I think it was the title really that got me. So I really don't have much to say on that other than just wanting to really give this author a try. So this is a book that you're gonna have to wait and see what my thoughts are if you're interested about this author as well, or this book in general. So we'll see whenever I do read this, hopefully soon. But just keep a lookout in a vlog or a TBR when I do put this on there. The next book I recently picked up, this one was Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. This is what it looks like. Again, another book that caught my attention. I want to say this one was from the blurb that really got me. I don't remember why I picked this up, but it's a thriller, and I don't know, I think it's like on the psychological side of it as well, and I for one love a good psychological thriller. Sorry, my throat cracked there, allergies. But yeah, again, picked it up because it just looked interesting. I think the blurb got me too as well, but can't wait to jump into this one. Hopefully I can read this one soon because I have kind of been in the mood for a little psychological thriller lately. I'm not even gonna lie. The next book I'll be sharing with you guys is a book by an author that I do have a book from. Book by, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But this one, the one that I do own, I tried to read it, but I didn't DNF it. I just put it down because I wasn't like in the mood for it at the moment like I thought I was. But this one is His and Hers by Alice Feeney. This one I think is what got me from the blurb when I saw it in stores. I don't like the cover. The cover seems very like, I don't know, very boring, but I'm hoping that the book itself is not going to be. I'm sorry, I am a cover whore. Covers really draw me in, and I try not to be like that because you can't really judge a book by its cover. A book can have a beautiful cover and be as dull as hell, so I'm trying not to be like that. But this, for real, I almost did not get it because of the cover, until I read one of the blurbs. I think that's what it was. Oh yeah, it was like, there are two sides of every story: yours, mine, ours, theirs, his, hers, which means someone is always lying. And I'm like, you're right. I love that. I'm getting it. Okay, so this book right here, I did get it based on the cover because it's absolutely gorgeous, and also because I've never read anything by this author. So this was a cover by. This is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Look at that cover. Absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed. The colors, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I can't wait to jump into this. I think this is going to be a book that I read sometime during the summertime. Hopefully soon, but it's giving very spring vibes, very summer vibes with the colors on the cover and then the beautiful woman on the cover itself. Gorgeous. So this was definitely a cover by. I don't think I've seen anybody talk about this book as far as like the people that I watch on booktube YouTube. So I'm excited to see what this one's all about. And again, this is a book that you're gonna have to wait and see my thoughts and opinions whenever I do pick it up. This book right here is another Carla pick. So she raved about this book, and I tried to pick it up, or like I was back and forth with it until I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. It might be really good, we'll see. But this is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I almost went ahead and just bought the whole like series of this particular book by this author because I think there's two other ones. I think they're all standalones, but they like somehow correlate to each other some way or another. But I picked this one up and I just refrained from picking the other two up, even though I wanted to. I really wanted to, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna give this first book a try, and if I end up really loving it, then I'll just go ahead and pick up the other two. That's my girl math right there, and that's probably what's gonna happen anyways. So I'm excited to actually read this one. I'll probably pick this one up soon as well, just to see if it's, you know, if it's worth the hype, because a lot of people have talked about this author and I'm ready to see what it's all about. And if Carla says she loved it, then I feel like I might like it as well. The way she talks about romances, I swear she makes me want to buy every single book that she reads, because she just makes me feel like they're exactly what I need in my life. But I picked this one up because of her recommendation. And the last book in this Barnes & Noble bag, sorry, my nose is itching. I didn't even know this author was coming out with another book until I saw it on the display table, and I knew I had to pick it up because I liked their other two books. And this one is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This one's a lot shorter than the other ones, but I had no idea that this author was actually even coming out with another book. So I'm here for it. Like I said, I loved the other two that they came out with, so I'm excited to jump into this one. Obviously I'll be reading this one sometime in the summertime, maybe soon, we'll see, because it's very short. we'll see what June brings. I might end up doing a June TBR, but honestly for June I do like to read a lot of queer, LGBTQ books, you know, to support Pride Month. And I don't know, we'll see if I can squeeze this one in there with the other books that I do plan on reading for June. So moving on to my Barnes & Noble tote bag. I didn't get a lot of books the day that I came here, at least I don't think I did. Oh, I actually have one that I picked up from Target. This is All the Little Raindrops by Mia Sheridan. I picked this one up because I've already read a book by this author, and because I loved that book, I figured like maybe I'll pick up something else up from this author and hopefully we'll enjoy just as much as I liked the other book that I read, which was Archer's Voice. I loved that book so much. It was beautiful. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit long, but I still enjoyed the journey, the process, and everything about that book. So I picked this one up because I just figured like maybe I will enjoy another book by this author. So I can't wait to jump into this one. This one seems a little bit more thrillerish. Archer's Voice was a little bit on the more romantic side. So I don't know, I think it's different. So I hopefully will pick this one up soon because I want to see if I'm gonna enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed the other one. This other book I picked up, this one was Kiss the Sky by Krista and Rebecca Ritchie. So what it looks like. I've never read anything by these authors, at least I don't think I have. So my Barnes & Noble's table had a buy one get one half off, and they had the last book, I think, as part of that sale. And the only reason why I figured out it was the last book is because I looked it up on Goodreads because the covers looked so beautiful, and again with the covers, so I had to see what it was all about on Goodreads. And then I discovered that it was like I think the 5th book. I don't know, but I know it was like further in the series, so I had to look up book 1. Grateful that they had book 1 there, so I went ahead and picked it up. Don't know anything about it. The cover is really what got me, and again, it's another author that I haven't read anything by, so I'm giving it a chance to see if I will enjoy it. So if you've read this book or anything by these authors, just let me know down below. No spoilers, but I would like to know your thoughts on like the authors, themselves. And if you did read the book, just let me know if you enjoyed it or not. That's not spoiling it for me. Okay, the next book is definitely another cover buy, and this one is The Confidence of Wildflowers by Mikaela Smiltzer. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is a very beautiful cover, and I decided to pick it up because of that. I don't remember if I read any like blurbs. Well, this had like this blurb here at the top, and I think this is another like grooming situation. So it says, I was 18, he was 31, we were worlds apart, but right next door, the temptation was too much. That sounds fucking crazy, and I can't wait to get into this one too. This one actually sounds wild, so we're gonna see how we can fit this in soon. Okay, so the next book is by another author that I've read before and I enjoyed their books. So this one is by Chloe Lice. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but this is Only When It's Us. This is what it looks like. So I also almost bought the 7 or 8 book series of this whole entire mashup because the covers are stunning. I love the covers, and I feel like they have some type of different representation when it comes to each character in this book. So I'm not too sure. This one looks like we might have like a hard of hearing character due to like, you know, oh my gosh, what is it? Hearing aid. Sorry, but yeah, that's what it's looking like. We're probably gonna have somebody that's a little hard hearing, and I love that. I love different representation in books. Her other one that I've read was, or their other one, I'm sorry, their other one that I've read before was Two Wrongs Make a Right, and with that one we had a character that was severely OCD and anxiety, and then we had a character that was a neurodivergent, and I absolutely loved that book. I had no problems with it. I don't know how other people feel about it, but for me personally, I loved it. So I wanted to pick up more books by this author because I really enjoyed that one. So I can't wait to jump into these. And hopefully I will eventually like own all of them because I really want all of them. And the last book I picked up was by another author that I absolutely adore and enjoy, However, I was wanting this book in paperback. I have their recent 2 books in hardback, and I want them in paperback because I have the other ones in paperback. But this one is Funny Story by Emily Henry. So yeah, I couldn't wait for it to come in paperback, but when it does, I'm definitely going to pick up Happy Place and this one in paperback and just pass these along to somebody else that might want them or prefer hardbacks over paperbacks. But yeah, for right now, I'm going to enjoy it in this format. And I don't know, I just love this author though. Like, their stories, the writing is, I just love it. It's easy to read, very fulfilling, and I enjoy their books, so I can't wait to jump into this one. I haven't read Happy Place yet, which is crazy to me, but yeah, these books are definitely going to get read during the summertime because they're all summer vibes, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait to really just jump into it. Alright guys, so that is it for today's book haul. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I went through it pretty quickly. Hopefully it was a little bit quicker than I expected, because you know I can talk for days, I really can. But I just wanted to share with you guys the most recent books that I've picked up. So yeah, that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.